Wasn't that fantastic? What an amazing historical event. And that was the World Cup of 1966 when England went on to beat Germany in the thrilling extra time final of the World Cup in Wembley. And I wasn't there. In fact, I wasn't even born. It was before my time. But hey, I like to sometimes reminisce, go back, look at the old archives, look at footage, because from that you can see the future in many aspects of life. And I just love it. And the commentary is iconic. I mean, never could anyone have planned, certainly the commentator, of what was said, what unfolded, and it goes down as one of the most iconic and timeless a comment in a sporting arena. And Geoff Hurst picks up that ball, he just cuts inside, he's going down, and he fires a left-footed shot straight through the floundering German goalkeeper, who didn't even see the ball coming till it hit the net. And of course the commentary, people think it's over, they're on the pitch. It is now. It was an amazing time, I'm sure it was. But what has that got to do with me right now and our Karatbars situation going into the forthcoming event? Well, absolutely nothing, to be fair. There's no significance at all. There's nothing to do with what I want to share with you now. Just thought it'd be nice to show it, really. Anyway, moving on. I have had an update for you. I got an email just late last night from compliance in Germany, and really requesting that I took my videos down because they're not compliant. So what I've done is I responded to that, obviously, as you would, and we're going to go through the response that I sent back and obviously what came back from compliance, and then we're going to a little bit of dissect it, and this is going to be an interesting video. You're going to want to stick with me to the end here. So let's go on the computer and have a look at the emails and the update.
So these are the emails in from compliance. Christian there, he said, "Dear business partner, it's come to my attention you've published a few videos, like for example," and he's listed the videos of course. "I don't know what you tried to accomplish, but the videos for sure will not help to increase your business, nor are they compliant. Therefore, please delete the videos within the next 24 hours to avoid further steps. Kind regards, Christian." Okay, so to which I then responded, and they're the videos he alluded to, of course, you can see those below. I said, "Hi Christian, can you please highlight exactly which part of the videos are not compliant? I've asked questions as to where the exact rules are for affiliates regarding Harold's promise of 100 coins to a gram of gold in the back office, even from compliance, but as yet I can't find them. Please forward those, as I cannot seem to find any of them or any of the newsletter archives as I was asked to do from Yasmin at head office. Appreciate." I also said, "Look, I acknowledge I broke the rules and made a mistake regarding the missing 35% and apologise publicly for that," which is alluding to the videos obviously already up there. "I simply highlighted what is already in the public domain and that Cheryl Ann was stating at least 500 accounts are sold pending their 35% bonus. I didn't make this up, she said it, and that's what was put in the video. I cut in Cheryl Ann and she said that. I didn't make it up. I also bring your attention to the email that I received from your office, and I quote, 'Good day, dear affiliate Paul. I hope you are doing well. Regarding the videos you post, of course you feel free to do whatever you want and consider is right from your side. We are not going to stop you.'" It actually appears you are trying to now. I then went on to say, "Christian, I don't want to appear rude, and it's certainly not my intention, which it isn't, but I do wish your own Karatbars support team and department was quick to act to an affiliate in the field asking questions for help, open brackets, as I've stated in my videos, close brackets, than you have been with a couple of silly little videos. I await the official documentation that was supplied to all affiliates in the back office regarding the correct and proper structure where we're meant to follow this recent 100 coins to a gram of gold as promised by Harold Sites publicly. Of course, being the compliance department, you would know that this is very important documentation to supply the field affiliates so that we don't misrepresent or missell others into the recent 6 months promotion. I went on to say, look, if Mr. Sykes doesn't offer his promise on July the 4th, I, open brackets, and maybe many other affiliates in the field, of course, close brackets, could find myself in a very awkward situation of now trying to explain to those who trusted my word when sharing the 100 to 1 program that in fact it maybe wasn't as first appeared and stated by Harrod on numerous platforms, and that in fact they may have to now travel overseas to find an ATM machine if this is what is to transpire in Vegas. Of course, I'm hoping this will not be the case, and like many, I'm simply waiting as I cannot afford to travel to this week's event. Look forward to those documents I can't seem to find. Regards. To which I got a reply. Dear Paul, thanks for your email. Can you please forward the email which you quoted and I bring to your attention, which was the one from Yasmin previous, and obviously this department isn't talking to that department, otherwise he'd have the email, but sure, I'll forward that. The videos are simply not compliant as you were using the names of business partners and showing videos of them without their approval. Aha, got it. So the only person he's alluding to in the other video was obviously Cheryl Ann, where I cut that piece in, and therefore it's not compliant because I'm using the name, and we can address that. Therefore, please delete these videos. He then went on to say, look, regarding the 4th of July, please note find several spots in the back office, like example, 26th of June, your latest newsletter section, which was literally just a few days ago. I'm sitting here now on the 2nd. This came in yesterday, which was the 1st of July. So the 26th was 4 or 5 days earlier. It's literally a week out from Vegas. And the Vegas Exchange, 100 KBC for a gram of gold. And there is a newsletter. Now, it's obviously completely misunderstood what I was asking for from compliance, because this is about logging in. Please make sure you go be part of this event and go and buy your tickets. Well, we're down in New Zealand, so we're not actually coming to that event. But it also says in order to do this, you have to log into your back office via the K Booster and already see the winners, blah, 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 blah. In order to exchange your KBC against a gram of cash gold, you will need to enter your data. Latest Friday the 28th. Well, I'm now the 1st, so even if I wanted to participate in this, I can't, of course, and I don't particularly plan to. But I think he was just saying, look, this was there on the 26th, of course. But this is interesting. Look, for security purposes, each person is entitled to exchange only 1 KBC for a gram of gold in the Vegas event. Further details of ongoing exchange will be explained at the Vegas event and the upcoming news, which is fantastic. That's what we're waiting for. But it's not the documentation I was asking for, Christian. I was actually asking for the documentation that you are in the back office there with compliance, obviously supplied to the field, us affiliates, way back when this 100 to 1 incentive and promotion was announced by Harold himself, of course, on many platforms over the last 6 months or more. So obviously he sent me this, but he surely realises it's not the documentation I was actually asking for. So I'd just like to make that public. But also, look, regarding all your coin questions, please contact support at Karatbars for help. Well, if you had watched the videos in full, you would have realised, well, that's what started the video. It was all right in the beginning, video number 1, because, well, Karatbars support really isn't a support. It's a shocker and still is today, and that's how we've ended up making these videos. So this, obviously, department don't talk to that department. But anyway, moving on.
So there you go. Interesting, don't you think? Let's cover the first one. Obviously, compliance says they're not compliant because I've used other affiliates' name and video without their permission, which is obviously alluding to Cheryl Ann, because in the last video, that's the only person I pulled up, I used that clip of Cheryl Ann, really, and it was her. It's a video in the public domain anyway. I didn't actually make up anything. It was Cheryl Ann stating, well, there's still in the region of 500 accounts that are still missing the 35%. The only reason I cut that in and used that is so people actually knew it wasn't me trying to make anything up. It was the truth, and Cheryl Ann said it. So I cut that in just to show, look, it wasn't me saying that. It comes from the top. Yeah, you know, I might have ruffled her feathers with the Nana Boo Boo. I thought that was quite funny because I just got told off or closed out of her chat room, you know, the Skype room, which, she would also know I never once jumped in there and posted stuff or contacted anyone or tried to ruffle anyone's feathers. Yeah, I never did. I asked a couple of questions about my missing bonus once, and she said private message me, and we started doing that on email. So listen, if Cheryl Ann is watching this, I've already said it once publicly in another video. This isn't personal. In fact, I truly believe, I've said it to Cheryl Ann, she's an amazing lady. I mean it from the heart, for what she's done and the work and the effort and the hours, and over the last 10 years or more within Karatbars. You have to take your hat off to you, Cheryl Ann. I do. Because I've seen you be so consistently persistent with helping people, answering questions. In fact, I think you've gone way beyond the call of duty. You've probably done a lot of the support that's missing from Karatbars, and you've took it on your shoulders, and some other leaders, of course. So I'm certainly not here to, have arguments or, really go head to head with Cheryl Ann or anyone. I actually admire what she's done with Karatbars, but really, what would it mean? Well, you just have to email me, Cheryl Ann. If that video ruffled your feathers where I cut you in, just email and say, can you please remove that from the video? I don't want to be seen publicly saying that, or something like that, and well, I'll take those pieces out the video. It's not a problem, because obviously compliance seems to think it is. But hey, if it's upset you, just email me. It's not a problem. It's done. I'll take those bits out. But one of the things I do admire about you is you tell the truth. You have a faith that believes that you should tell the truth, and you do. I know you do. And this is about, I wanted to get the documentation, and I can't find it anywhere in the back office, of how the rules and what we were meant to do as affiliates from day one, which was September last year and January, February this year, and all the way through, about how this 100 to 1 proposition, 100 coins for a gram of gold, is going to pan out. And as you can see in the email there, compliance, that's not what I was looking for. In fact, that second part of the email was from 26th of June, just over a week ago. Well, not even a week ago. We're only at the 2nd of July now. We're not even at the 4th of July, which is the Gold Independence weekend this weekend coming. So, from compliance point of view, I think you've misunderstood what I'm asking for. I'm actually asking for the right documentation from compliance, or what was put in the back office, for us, the affiliates in the field, to present and share this plan of 100 coins to a gram of gold, and how it was actually going to transpire. Because, as I've already put in the video below, me, as well as numbers of affiliates, sold that idea and raised millions of dollars coming into Karatbars, which appears, and let's hope not, that on July the 4th appears to be through the ATMs. And that's why I made the last video. Now that puts me in a predicament, and really all I'm sharing is down here. I've obviously, if that transpires to be the case, I've got to get back to the people that I sold the Harrod videos on the 100 coins a gram of gold, and these people were not in Karatbars for the long haul per se. They were just looking for a financial gain. They invested their money, and I know I'm not allowed to say that, they participated in the 100 coins a gram of gold. Yes, they understood there are risks, but they took the man on his word, and I got no documentation to support did I sell them, or if it transpires that now I have to call them and say, hey guys, you remember what was said, it doesn't transpire that way, because then I don't know where I stand. I mean, technically, could I be liable for misrepresentation? Now, I'm not going to get involved in all that. I live in New Zealand, we're down here, I've known the people 15 years, so I don't think that's going to happen. We're just going to trade them out, as I said in the last video, and see what happens after that. And this isn't about whether to hold the coins or not, but I remember, Cheryl Ann, and one of the things I want to pull to your attention of how a few years ago, when we were building the 12-week financial freedom plan, you remember way back for those who are involved, and it had a monetary component to it, which was if you just simply follow the plan, 12-week financial freedom plan, or 12-month financial freedom plan, whatever was being said at the time, you would earn X amount. Well, of course, Cheryl Ann said, whoa, 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 and there was this whole thing about compliance came out. Because at the time, there were no corporate company sales systems, sales funnels, landing pages, what people should be saying. All the leaders and affiliates were making up their own sales structure, sales funnels, landing pages, squeeze pages, and tools for the field. And that was cool. That's okay. That's what you do when you get involved in these things. You help and support your team through best resources that you can, of course. But I remember way back then, Cheryl Ann put the brakes on and it was really important, and it was important at the time. It was the right thing to do. She said, well, guys, it's compliance. You can't go saying and doing that sort of stuff, especially in America, apparently. There's stricter rules over there because it could be deemed as financial advice, or, you know, you're mis-selling people, misguiding people on the belief that in 12 weeks' time they're going to earn X amount. And I think she used a company called Vima. Don't know even if they're in business today, but she highlighted a company that got in trouble for misrepresentation, mis-selling, and affiliates in the field got fined millions of dollars for doing so as well.
So just came there, it was actually a company called Vima. You can go and Google that. In fact, go to Wikipedia, there's the information. And apparently it was a supplementary health nutrition type company, but as you can see, if you scroll down, a lot of information just on here. But obviously they got in trouble with the FTC back in August 2015, which ties in with around the time that 12-week financial plan and what we were doing, and obviously compliance rule. Let's not get the company in trouble and not misrepresent, because these sort of things happen in America, and use this as an example. And plainly says there, the FTC alleged that Vina had misrepresented participants' earning potential. Well, that is striking similarity. That could be deemed very similar, but hey, I don't know, I'm not in the US. And then also down here, you know, it goes on to show what was happening, of course, and this was interesting. The judge, I guess, Tucci, or whoever it was at the time, characterised Vima's marketing material as deceptive and misleading. Well, I suppose a good thing, at least they had some marketing material about whatever they were marketing that got them in trouble. Anyway, as a side note. And noted that some Vima material also contains representations that the court would characterise as ridiculous, bordering on absurd. Would it really be bordering on absurd if everyone started calling in 100 coins to a gram of gold? I mean, is it really believable there's that much gold at Karatbars? Could be characterised as, well, that's just ridiculous. Of course he couldn't pay that. However, I'm not here to say I'm doing this, I'm just sharing that at the time compliance was very hot on compliance and protecting the company against misrepresentation, and rightly so. But that's Vima. You can go on Wikipedia it.
Now here we find ourselves years later. We've morphed into a crypto company backed by gold and all the stuff we know about Karatbars, which is fantastic. And this is why I'm really in a dichotomy here, because I'm not actually trying to bag or put down Karatbars. I'm holding the coins. I want it to be a massive success like everyone else. But we got a wee issue that I highlighted maybe in the last video, and maybe more pertinent for those in America, because apparently, like, they're stricter, the FTC and the SEC there, if people are deemed mis-selling or misrepresenting the truth. If it doesn't transpire that we can, or they can, convert 100 coins to a gram of gold in a couple of days' time. As I say, it's not going to come from me. I'm down in New Zealand enjoying my life and looking after some cattle. I'm tell compliance right now, as well as anyone watching the video, I'm not interested, and I won't be saying a single thing. Don't need to. Like everyone, I want the coins to go up. But if it doesn't transpire, I'm not so sure there won't be a lot of cheesed off people in America that invested in Karatbars over the last 6 months, hard-earned money, looking for a payday from July the 4th on the promise of 100 coins to a gram of gold. Now, in my particular circumstance, because I put it in the first video, if I wanted to cash out close to 230,000 coins just in that one wallet I have, that's over $100,000 that could equate to on the market today at the price of a gram of gold, if I wanted to convert those out. Now, this isn't whether I do or don't, because if I trade them out, I'm not going to get that, because the coin's not up at 40 cents, as I sit here now. So There is a big discrepancy here, but hey, that's just us in New Zealand. I can't speak for the multitudes in the US because they're different rules over there. They play by different games, and I'm not so sure the FTC, SEC, or whatever else you call them over there would look upon too kindly that, well, you've had a load of affiliates saying these things. Where's the documentation from head office that should have been put in place to teach and train these people of what they can and can't say? And that's all I've just asked for from compliance. And I'm still asking it from compliance because I can't find it. Maybe you've got a lot of affiliates in America that won't be able to find it either. Well, let's see what unfolds in 2 days' time. And I truly believe it's good news for everyone, all of us in Karatbars. Not just those looking at the big long game. We understand that. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of people that were looking at the short, take some money off the table, have a nice payday and leave some in for the long game. People that might be cheesed off in America. I can't answer that. I don't know. But it won't be coming from me. So anyway, let's wrap this up. That was the update. I'll keep you updated. Look, get this out to a few affiliates if you want to. This is starting to get exciting. Just subscribe below. I'll update you with the latest. There's my disclaimer at the end. This is purely my personal opinions based on my experience through being in and around Karatbars in the recent months and years. It's nothing to do, and I don't express this to be from Karatbars International as such. It's my personal opinions, and you should do your own research and gain your own information. Come to your own conclusion what you want to do. So there's my disclaimer at the bottom as well, because, well, this video's now got very interesting because, hey, I'll wait to see if Cheryl Ann emails me. If she does, that's fine, Cheryl Ann. I'll take those bits off of the last video if you really wanted those pulled down. But really all I was sharing was already in the public domain. I didn't make it up. And we'll see what comes back from Karatbars compliance, because all I'm asking for is the right documentation for us affiliates that we should have had, that maybe I've missed, to sell 100 grams to gram of gold. But I haven't missed it because the only thing that was produced was the video. But if I have missed it, feel free to forward it to me. And let's see what unfolds in a couple of days' time at that wonderful event in Vegas. So that's the latest update, guys. Let's see what unfolds. Thanks for your time.